Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sal right here with another video. I know I haven't made a lot of videos lately. My last videos were based on costumes for Halloween. I love Halloween, but Halloween only comes once a year. And I wanted to make a video about this guy, which I currently acquired about 2 weeks ago. And this is one of the figures that I've been wanting to get since back in the days. When I started collecting again, when I really got into collecting. Unfortunately, it's super expensive. Even in this condition, it costs around 150, probably even 180, all the way to $400, depending on the condition. If it's brand new, mint in box, it's around $400. And I always wanted to get it. I recently acquired this locally from a guy, and he gave me a good deal on it. He knew how much it goes for on eBay, but since I was a collector and he thought I was a collector, he said, screw it, don't worry about it. It looks like you really want it, take it for this good price. This figure, all Iron Giant figures actually, they are super pricey. Even the little ones, the 10-inch ones. This is a 20. Let me see. It's around 21 inches all the way to the top of the. Actually, 20 inches tall, which it's pretty big. And this is the biggest Iron Giant figure they have made. I know Mondo has made other figures. Mondo has made figures, and other companies make figures. And Mondo, I think the biggest one is 16 inches. Great looking figure, but I don't think it's worth the $300. Seeing it's actually hollow, and I think it's lighter than this one. This one, it's not too heavy, not too light, just about the right weight. The articulation is better on that one, but this one, in my opinion, is the one to get just because of the size. It does have electronics. It does have a motion sensor right here. Unfortunately, mine doesn't work. I see a lot of people have that trouble or that issue. Mine doesn't work at all, and I had to put it on the bed just because it's a big figure. I opened the figure up and checked the electronics, checked the wires, and it looks like everything is intact. So I guess it's just the sensor that doesn't work. So I don't mind it because I'm gonna take off the batteries either way. I have the batteries inside right now just so I can show you guys what it does. Articulation is also on this figure. It's probably my only gripe, the only con this figure has. But other than that, great figure. When the movie, a little history, when the movie came out back in 1999, it didn't do so well in the box office. Now it's sort of like a pop culture movie. And yeah, when it came out, not really, not a lot of people went to see it. Didn't do so well in the box office until later, until people started watching it on VHS, DVD, whatever you had at the time. That's when people started praising it. It was such a good movie. But just because the box office didn't do so well, they didn't do a lot of figures. And a lot of them went on clearance right away. I believe this figure, when it came out, was around $30 to $40. So it went on clearance, and whoever grabbed it and got lucky, because it's such a great figure. But yeah, that's the reason they didn't make a lot of figures. And if you see almost any company that makes the Iron Giant, their figures, after they sell out, they go up in price. They skyrocket in price, which is ridiculous. But anyways, that was a little history based on the movie, which in my opinion, it's a really good movie. But yeah, so the figure itself, there's not a lot of reviews actually. I seen one review, which is a great review, but I wanted to make my own. This one, I bought it from the guy. It's just missing the tractor, the red tractor. I had to put a little piece of tape because the actual screw broke. I still have the screw, but it broke. It was just like breaking already, but just to hold the batteries in there. It does come with 3 little figures. 3 actually. It was supposed to come with 4. Unfortunately, mine came with 3. The guy couldn't find the other thing. He told me if he was to find it, he'll give it to me. He'll give me a call. But it's really sort of a big drive for me to go all the way over there for that little figure. But then again, he hasn't called me, so I don't think he ever found it. But yeah, let me get into accessories first. It does come with 4. One will be the tractor with the actual bite mark. It comes with hole guard, which hopefully didn't see. Let me just try to. It comes with hole guard, which is a little great figure, an amazing little figure actually for the size of this little thing. The sculpt is really well done. It's vinyl. It's a vinyl rubbery material. No articulation on this guy at all. But the sculpt itself, it's really great in my opinion. Really well done for being a 20-year-old little figure. It does have a magnet, and I'll show you guys why it has a magnet in a bit. Here's another accessory, and this is a cart from the junkyard, and this is the one you put in his mouth because he eats it. He opens his mouth. It's electronic feature. Very little car. I mean, there's not much to it, but again, vinyl rubbery material. And one last is this a sculpture which has like rust painted all over it, rubbery material as well, so you won't be able to break this unless you really rough with it, probably rip it apart. But the sculpture itself, really well done. I mean, like I said, for a 20-year-old figure, it's great. So let me get into the actual figure itself. Okay. So the figure, great sculpt. In my opinion, looks like it jumped right off the movie. If you see in Player One, I wish they made like a variant to make it look more metallic like the movie Player One. But Player One is a brand new figure, bringing a brand new movie, and they should have made a figure for that movie based on that movie, just the metallic version. I wouldn't even mind a bigger Iron Giant, but yeah, I mean, electronic features. Let me just go with it. Let me go through them fast. You put hole guard on top over here. Just a little, what is it? Let me see. It's a little gap, and it's magnetized. So you just put the figure, hole guard's figure right there, and he opens his mouth and he says he's hungry. Fran has different phrases, but here it is. That's one of them. You can also press the button. There's a button over here on his hand.
Yummy.
I mean, for $30, if it did came out for $30-$40, that's a great price for this figure, because the electronics themselves are really I mean, upgrade compared to other figures as far as the Iron Giant goes.
Friend.
The eyes do light up. The eyes do light up, and that's the eating feature. They come out through the back, so you feed them through the mouth, and they come out over here, so you could just store them over here. So yeah, the eyes do light up, but it's really dim. You could hardly see it, even and if you put the room all dark, you could hardly see it. Another feature, it does have another magnet right here in the hand. And you can put Holgar right here as well, and he will talk.
Hungry.
So yeah, that's great looking. I mean, great little neat feature. And you can turn it off. It turns off from the back. And if you put it on the B mode, that'll be for the actual motion sensor, which I spoke about earlier, which mine doesn't work, unfortunately. But I turned it off. It's pretty annoying after a while. I'm gonna remove the batteries. I don't like to leave them in there just because I'm probably never gonna use the batteries again. That feature, and I don't want it to go oxidized. Probably, I mean, yeah, the actual figure, great detail. Let me just go around it so you guys can see the detail. I've seen other people's other pictures, and their Iron Giant looks dirtier, like grimier. Mine says not as dirty, so I'm not sure if somebody cleaned it, took off the paint, but I mean, it looks like it's been used, and I don't think they did that. But yeah, I've seen other ones, and it looks grimy, but I'm just gonna leave this alone. But yeah, if you look at the sculpt, it looks like it jumped out right off the movie. It's just a great looking figure. It has all the little rivets. I mean, other than the actual holes for the screws, but other than that, it looks like it was used in the movie. As far as the only gripe, here we go. Every figure has cons. Not every figure is gonna be perfect, and no matter how much you pay for it, whether it was $10 all the way to $2,000, I've seen even statues, which I've seen videos of, and I wish I could afford the statues, but they all have something. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. But articulation, it's probably my only gripe. I wish they had ball jointed. What is it? Shoulders, but it doesn't, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the electronics. But that would have been nice. So the shoulders just go all the way there, all the way there. Nothing else. It does have a bicep, like a little swivel right here. Yeah. So the elbow just up to what is it, like an 80-degree angle. Nothing too crazy. It does. I mean, now that's about it. It's a wrist. The wrist itself. It does have articulation, but it's just like a, what is it, 90 degrees, both sides. It doesn't go. It doesn't do a full 360. And then again, because there's a wire running towards the hand, and I get that. I totally get that. There is waist articulation, but nothing much. I wouldn't mess with it too much. Again, for the same reason, there's a wire connected to the sensor, but there's articulation. You can move it a little bit side to side. No articulation on the head, other than the mouth opening. There is a little switch on the back that you could put. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. That it goes from good to evil, like just like in the movies. I wish the evil eyes will be red, just like in the movie, but they give us both green. So I mean, that's fine. But there's that little neat feature. It's a little lever right here in the back. The articulation on the legs is not bad at all, actually. His legs go all the way up. I'm talking about all the way up. The elbow is more than 180 degrees, which neat feature. The legs, that much, no pivot, nothing else. It's really hardly anything right here. There is a swivel on the thigh right here. So if you wanted to pose the guy kind of like sitting down with a full guard, like something like this, I mean, you could do that. It's not bad. Not a bad looking pose if you want to just, if you're limited in space. But other than that, I mean, figure itself, and they're all ratcheted. Just make sure if you buy a loose figure, make sure you ask the seller if you buy it online from eBay if the joints are tight. I had issues with this joint being a little bit too loose, so I had to kind of unscrew everything, open it up, and put a little piece of rubber in between. So now it stays. My pose will be something him walking with full guard either on his shoulder or on his hand. So you could do that. It's kind of a weird pose, but due to the limited articulation, that's probably the best thing you're gonna get out of this thing. But yeah, that's my review on this figure. I love it. It's gonna be one of those figures that I won't sell, even if I could sell it for more. I just, if I could keep a figure, I'd rather just keep it, just because it's a great looking figure. Sorry guys, I know you're gonna see me right here, but like I said, I'm sitting down my bed, and this is just a little comparison next to T'Challa from the Marvel Legends figure. This is a 6-inch figure, and then you have a Funko Pop. I really don't collect Funkos at all. It was given to me for free when I bought a Manta figure on eBay. So I mean, I kept it. Looks cool, looks funny. But me, I would not. I mean, to each their own. You love Funkos, by all means, keep collecting them. But I just don't see this as action figures. I mean, I really don't. It's just more like little statues. They look cool. They look funny and everything, but nah. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys like my review, and I'll bring more, especially on older figures that I have. And I've seen a lot of videos, they're kind of outdated, so I just wanted to make my own. So hopefully you guys like it, keep collecting, and I'll see you on the next video.